I hope this works for you. It doesn't work for you, really.
That's okay. As long as you get some form of it.
Well, it's not bad.
No?
To tell you the truth.
Is it recording?
It's a weird, yeah, it's recording.
That is really cool.
It's a weird angle.
It looks pretty good though. The color and stuff doesn't look bad, right?
Yeah, it's just, well, it's my...
You're able to edit the videos, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, it's kind of far away, but...
Yeah, that's okay.
Do you, well, we're sitting. Do you want to
Well, if
look
we
in
moved
there?
it, can we move it right here and then have it?
It's going to be...
Oh, it'll be awkward. Yeah, okay. That's probably the best, yeah.
So, and there's nothing...
Okay, another problem.
The only other thing to do would be this. Okay, why don't you sit down? I want to frame this. It's not bad, man.
Not bad, let's see. Yep, that'll definitely work. Okay.
So it's recording. I hope you have room on there because it's already got a minute on there. So you probably got lots of gigs, right? So
Okay. Alright, I'm here with Jamie at Bethany.
wait for that one.
Let's do this one. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Go.
Alright, I'm here at Bethany Community Church with Jamie, talking to him about youth ministry. So, here's your first question, Jamie. What does your ministry look like and how does it work?
My ministry personally is a mix between dealing with leaders because of our context. We have a larger number of students, so a lot of my focus is spent on leaders, on connecting with them, developing them, recruiting them. They are the ones that have the regular connection with students. That being said, I still have quite a bit of connection with students, so getting to know them, understanding them, letting them get to know me, and just everything that comes with that.
So in your role, you're part of the landing and youth, right? And you're also in an associate youth pastor position, right?
Yeah, I mean, officially I'm the assistant director of youth ministry, so I work with someone else here. His name's Martin.
Hi.
And yeah, you know him. And so Martin is kind of the one that has set a lot of this up. I'm pretty new here in this role. And I work alongside Martin and with him in that role, and then I direct the landing as well, which is a recovery program for junior and senior high students.
So if you could say in a nutshell what makes your ministry unique, what would you say it would be?
Oh, unique.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting question. I'm not sure how unique it would be. I mean, every contact is going to have its unique aspects. I think maybe the people are what make any ministry unique, right? Because
for sure.
A ministry to be effective has to be people oriented. It has to be caring for people. If we focus on program and we think our programs are what make us unique, then I think we miss the point of what we're trying to do with our programs anyways. So if I can answer that question well, I think it would be that the people are what make it unique, and that is what makes every ministry unique, which I guess is what makes them all the same as well.
Exactly, yeah. So how do you recruit, empower, and train your ministry team leaders?
Recruit, like I said, I'm pretty new in this context, so to be perfectly honest, I'm still learning some of what that looks like here at Bethany.
For sure.
A lot of it has to do with just the leaders that you already have involved, who are contributing to their God-given gifts and so forth. Simply asking them, hey, who do you know that would work well? Because the leaders that you have are the ones that understand the context, they understand the students, and they would have a great perspective on who would come in. Once you have those leaders, then you want to be communicating a lot with them, making sure that we're all on the same page, understanding what our base goals are, what are we really trying to accomplish, and then just keeping your training consistent, relevant to what's going on in their lives and the students' lives. You want it to be biblically based, something that has a foundation. I find that when you train, if you are clear to explain why this is even important in the first place, it's something to anchor it to. And of course, that anchor is always Jesus and His love and His ministry and His message. We should always bring that back to that core.
Yeah, for sure. So if you could say where you would like the landing to be in the next 5 years, what would you say?
What a relevant question. Man, in the next 5 years. I guess there's a few places it could go. I know that it would be exciting to see the Laney become a place that is connected and associated with many other support programs and associations. That it would be a place that is well known for all the right reasons, a place where students can come to find a place of belonging, to be able to express what's going on in their life and find healing, specifically through Jesus. Whether that takes the form of this becoming very large, that might happen, but I think for a variety of reasons, it's probably more exciting to think about in 5 years if there were pockets of Laney ministries throughout the region where this was something that it doesn't have to look big, it doesn't have to be flashy, but the meaning of it and the content would be significant and life-changing. So 5 years from now, I mean, that's a long time, but it gives you a lot of chance to think big and to dream prayerfully and to say, wow, what could this be? So there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah. So what would you say in your new job is your biggest challenge in interacting with Bethany and seeing the way that things work?
You know, it's a tough question to answer because things feel so easy right now.
Okay.
And sometimes that's just because, like with any job, you're excited for it, you're glad you have it. There's a bit of that honeymoon stage.
Yeah.
But people are people. I make mistakes, other people make mistakes, and so there's always challenges and personal dynamics to deal with. I think in a church and in a ministry like Bethany has here, where things are very exciting and things are well, yeah, they're exciting.
Yeah.
What else do you say?
Yeah.
A big challenge would be not thinking that we or I have accomplished this, that it hasn't been brought about because of my genius or my creativity, and that somehow we haven't arrived, but that the people that God loves are still everywhere, and that we never get a chance to stop and say, wow, we've arrived, we've made it. This is kind of the epitome of what youth ministry is supposed to be, but we keep looking to what God is doing in the lives of students and leaders and around us and in our area, and say, what else can we be doing? What can we change? How can we change? And I think that would be a significant challenge for me, just constantly remembering that this has to keep being brought back humbly into God's hands.
So just one last question, Jamie.
Sure, man.
So what advice would you have for us Bible school students who haven't yet entered youth ministry yet, but we're really contemplating it and wanting to enter it? What would be your advice?
Oh, man. Advice on that. I mean, it's a really exciting thing to think about. It's definitely not something anyone enters because you think you're going to make a name for yourself, or you think you're going to somehow become one of the top 30 richest people in the world doing this. I mean, those are pretty obvious. I think the advice would be to, when you're in a role of studying at school and early on, is to learn as much as you can. Take in, just absorb as much knowledge and experience as you can, whether it's learning as volunteering, or whether it's in the classroom, whether it's learning through talking with friends, and just trying to understand as much as you can about the realities of youth ministry and how exciting and how challenging and how broad all of that can be. And obviously to do that all with a prayerful heart and be able to just ask God for His direction as you do that.
Thanks, and this has been an interview with Jamie at Bethany Community Church out in Nîmes.
So, yeah.
Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, it's really good getting to know you better, too.